Ooh, daddy.
So, the first thing that I really wanted to talk about was I had no idea that I was even being talked about until somebody found me on Instagram, and it was just like out of the blue. They're like, you're everywhere, and then I looked, and then I was everywhere. My intention is not money driven by any means. It's really not. Can you tell us who that whistleblower was? Yeah, they were on a fake Instagram account. And when they first messaged me, it was balls in your mouth 7777. And then they kind of changed it to an emoji with like the speaking emoji or the screaming emoji. And I asked them a couple of times, I'm like, can you at least just like tell me who you are? And they never would. So I have a feeling that it was either somebody from, who was the one that everybody was complaining about? I think it was Salty Crab. Is that right? Salty Crab. It was either somebody from Salty Crab or somebody who runs the Despicable Moments page, because everything we talked about would get spread around pretty quick. Now, I have not watched any reaction channels. I have not watched any lives. I have not watched anything. The only information I get is what people talk to me about. People send me links all day long, but I don't watch them. So the reason why I wanted to go live, the biggest thing, so when we were on with Jordy, I was really focused on trying to let Erica have her say-so in what was going on. And then I started learning things that I did not know about. Pretty much everything that I did not know about. And then he kept cutting us off towards the end, which I didn't know that Erica was going to go on a rant about certain people. Everybody's like, you two started this, you two, and everybody's throwing me in the mud with Erica and Amber. So the initial contact with Amber, yes, absolutely, I knew about. 5 years we had been watching her, and then all of a sudden she's and one thing, if you guys can refresh my memory of the date when the breakup was between her and hand, foot, limb, if you guys can kind of refresh my memory on what month that was, that would be really helpful. So they broke up July 4th. Okay, that makes more sense, because I was trying to put the timeline together, because timeline is a huge thing that's been glazed over by people. So if they broke up July 4th, initial contact was made sometime in August of last year. So I told Erica, I'm like, why don't you message her? And she was one of our favorite YouTubers. We've been watching her for years. And she messaged her, and when I tell you, like, literally less than 10 minutes there was a response. Less than 10 minutes. And I specifically remember I was sitting in my hot tub, and about 5-10 minutes later, Amber was wanting to exchange phone numbers. So I'm like, cool, y'all have a phone conversation. And they did. Okay, that was it. Friendly. Tell me about yourself. Cool. Oh my God. That was it. That is where I thought it ended. Period. That was it. So 2 months later, which was about November, I realized that they were still talking. And that is when I reached out to Zachary Michael with no avail. So I was like, look, this is not cool. You're still talking to her. I had no clue that they were doing whatever disgusting shit that they were doing. So when everybody says, you knew about it, you were a part of this whole thing, you were trolling her. No, I did not have anything to do with that. I will absolutely support what you're saying, that it was the dumbest decision I had ever made. But I never in a million fucking years thought that she would do that. Ever. Never, never, never would I ever in my wildest fucking dreams imagine that. No, let me correct that. Maybe Erica had the intention to troll, but I did not have the intention to troll anybody. It was supposed to be a friendly conversation. The end. That is not the way it went. Where is Erica? She is not here. No, I had fucking no idea that Erica had let Amber put her on Life 360. Let me tell you how insane that is, because not only was Amber tracking every place she went and every place I went, she was tracking when we went to my parents. She was tracking when both of us were at work. Everywhere, every little move. And she would go and Google places that she didn't recognize if it popped up on her end. And she'd be like, well, where are you at? What is this place? We could be out to eat. And there's so many questions that I had over that entire 7-8 month period. That all makes sense now. Like, all of it makes sense. How did I find out about the gifts? I found out about the gifts through Jordy. The questions he was answering in the lives. I mean, he was asking in the lives. I found out then. I had no idea before that. The $2,400 is so fucking embarrassing that I do not even want to have to mention it. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I really don't even want to have to mention. I don't even want to have to talk about that. The crumble cookie video is probably the most disgusting thing I have ever ate in my life. And I don't ever seen in my life. Let me reiterate that Erica is not a feeder. She's not into the whole food sex thing. I had read that that video was actually sent to Alexis too. And it was more of a, what the fuck? This is nasty. Let me just say, a lot of the times that I've seen photos, videos, like, screen recording goes both ways. I mean, if you want to save pictures, if you want to save videos, I mean, that goes both ways. Sometimes I didn't know if I was looking at a boob crack or a butt crack. I'll be the first to admit Erica is definitely twisted. But the food thing is not something that she likes. She's not into that. What did the Panera sandwich mean? It was an ode to the, oh no, they gave me the wrong sandwich. It was kind of just a nod to that. When did I find out that she cheated? We were, and that's another thing I wanted to clarify. It was right before, no, it was right after Erica's birthday. I had thought previously that it was June 16th to the 19th. But it was closer to the end of June of this year. We were laying here watching a movie, and I looked over, and I seen a whole stream of texts, like two people were arguing, and she closed her phone real fast. And I was like, who the fuck are you talking to? Like, legit, who are you talking to? Like, she hesitated to tell me, but then she did. And then it turned into a situation like, I can't get out of this and I don't know what to do. So imagine learning that you are married to somebody that's been having an affair for almost a year. And then they're so stuck in it that they ask you for help. If 16 hours after she got caught, literally 16 hours, I looked while I was on YouTube and I was scrolling and it popped up that Tommy had a plane ticket. So if your relationship with Erica literally just ended the day before, how do you have enough of a relationship with another person to fly them out 16 hours after you get found out? So we know that one of her partners hogged her debit card. Okay, back to the list. Unlimited access to money, partners that would not work, partners that would hog her debit card, One of the exes is actually a neighbor for us. Fun fact, I don't know if this was mentioned in the live or not, but apparently it was said to our good friend that if I ever found out about the affair and I were to be a litigious person, I would take her to court. And it was said that she didn't give a fuck, that she would win. Can somebody explain to me how that works? My poor smileys. I love these things. They're so comfortable. They're a little worse for wear, but they're my favorite. Oh, and apparently it was her idea for some of our bills to stop being paid. Found out about that after about 3 months. So not only were they having an affair, Amber was telling her not to pay our bills. She had completely planned that Erica was going to move in with her by August 1st. That she was going to leave me a note saying that she had left. Our good friend did say that her previous roommate thought it was funny to expose themselves to her when they would come out of the bathroom. Male. How did you not know about Erica if you watched Amber? Because after that whole situation where I reached out to Zachary and Michael, I stopped watching, which is 100% the truth. I had no idea that Erica was even called Valentine. But I will tell you a funny story. Actually, I have a question. This was the question I was going to ask you guys. Does anybody know what our big-backed friend's favorite animal is? Okay, so even worse, this Valentine's Day. So I had some really suspicious Valentine's Day presents this year. Very suspect ones. I was like, okay, that's an interesting choice. So I received an owl for Valentine's Day. And I received a mini bag of cameras for Valentine's Day. So I don't know if they didn't get out of the house fast enough. Yeah, so I specifically remember looking at the mini bag of cameras and being like, what the fuck? It would look like a mini bag of Temu cameras. Yeah, Raven, I think they were not meant for me. This is what it looked like. So when I took it out, I was like, what in the actual fuck? Like, what is this? Who wants this for Valentine's Day? And I got to thinking, what a very fucking odd gift. Very odd, right? So funny fucking thing is, the moon picture, I was actually with her when she took that picture. No, Rachel, I didn't act happy about the gift. I was like, I looked at her like, okay. Different, but okay. I haven't seen the moon photo that she sent. The one that I was shown was one that was taken when I was around. So maybe you guys have seen a different one than I have. Flabby, misshapen, floppy, red, purple, creased, cottage cheese. Moral of the story here is, if you're going to try to have an affair with somebody that's been married for 10 years, just know that their spouse knows. Like, they know. It's a gut feeling that you get. You said you were being a troll. No. Correction. Erica's intentions were to troll her. Now, what she meant by trolling her, I don't know. But I wasn't a part of that. I was trying my best to be supportive of Erica because most of the backlash was coming to me. None of it really ever made it to her. So before I learned a lot about what really happened, I was just trying to be supportive of her, trying to get her word out there. but Amber didn't even know. Amber did know. Meredith, do you feel like you helped kickstart the relationship between Amber and Erica? Absolutely. I wish I would have never had anything to do with that conversation, or the beginning of that conversation, no matter how innocent it started. I wish I never would have had anything to do with that. What grabbed my attention was Amber saying that I was the crazy ex and that I was harassing her. When in reality, I've only talked to Amber twice, and I have 5 unread messages sitting in my inbox from Amber right now that I have not read. So the first time that I spoke with Amber, it was to be like, you're caught. And I told her I would blast everything on the phone. And this is when she started her fake crying and said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I feel so horrible. But she wasn't sorry until I threatened to come out with everything. Like, and I just honestly, I said, I could really start a whirlwind of crap. And she's like, yeah, I know. And then she goes on, but well, I just feel sorry for you. But I feel sorry. I feel so bad for you. And then I figured out that she knew the whole time. Her channel was tanking. So she created a whole new realm of drama. And everybody runs back to see what she says. And the more you guys run back, the more she makes money off the backs of other people. She makes money off the other people's pain. I didn't reach out to reaction channels. They found me. So I just went with whoever came to me first. Did Erica ever indicate attraction to ALR before all this when you guys were just fans? No, she did not. I know everybody has seen her. She was really fit. I think somewhere along the way she kind of lost the distinction between the voice over the phone, the being shown from only the shoulders up, and couldn't quite grasp the gravity of just what it was she was dealing with, who she was talking to. Amberlynn was available 24/7. She had all the time in the world to show Erica every ounce of attention she possibly could. She was there to answer every message, every phone call, all the time. I mean, somebody that has nothing but time on their hands. That person is not me. I do not have time to sit around and praise and pet. What happened is you had 2 massive egos that got together, and it created the perfect storm. And like I told Erica, I said, you were on the losing end of this. I mean, what did you think would happen? You're doing something incredibly stupid with somebody that has absolutely nothing to lose. From what I know of, at least when between her and Erica's initial conversation, she was talking to another married couple at the same time as she was trying to holler at Erica. So she kind of like lines them up, and whoever's ready to jump first, that's who she picks. And it's awful suspect that she decided to keep Salami around, and then all of a sudden Alexis is mad at her. I wonder why that is. And I had made a joke to Erica earlier this year. I said, what are you going to do? Be like a grocery carrier for the rest of your life? Like, you'll be enslaved. You're never going to be able to leave. You'll never have a life. Like, is that's what you wanted to do for yourself? Just be the bag carrier and the walk behind and the chauffeur? One of the conversations I had with somebody, it was, what do we all have in common that is annoying in our lives, and that is work. So you got somebody that has the capability of taking you from your 9 to 5, and you can just sit there and not have to do anything with your life and just become a lump. Most people are going to take that. Molly, just nightmare fuel videos. Like hydra emoji, vomit emoji. What did Erica think she could possibly gain from being with Amber? All she does is sit in her house, and Erica is obviously fit and active. Abacat, this is a really good question. I have absolutely not a fucking clue. Not one. Erica is extremely active, extremely fit, and spends most of her time at the gym. So honestly, I really don't know. I've asked this question, like I stated before. What are you going to do? Carry bags? Walk behind the fucking scooter? Be a personal servant? I mean, she jokes all the time that one of the main reasons she married me is that I can cook, which we all know is not the case for our friend. We are currently living together. It is all very new to me. This entire world of online crap is new to me. Just preparing for a live or even making a video, I don't think you guys, unless you do it yourselves, can really understand how much somebody has to be into themselves to continually stare at themselves all day long and then edit the video and they're still looking at themselves and then think about what they're going to say. Can you imagine how much time you have to dedicate to yourself just to make a video? Like, I don't even have that much time or want to even look back at myself in a screen. Like, I couldn't imagine doing this for a living. It has to be so lonely, so isolating. It's sad. It's a sad life. I really, really encourage people that spend a whole lot of time online to get out, you know, have some hobbies, do things, make friends, experience a life outside the four walls that you're in all the time. Sweet being, that is really sad. It really is, because there's so much more to life than all of this crap. So much more. Why do you think Amber has fans still? Because I think a lot of people like to watch her to feel better about themselves. That is one thing you can do online, is find a whole lot of stuff that makes you feel a lot better about your own life. Did Erica ask you to go along with the story that it was just a joke because she was just panicking and embarrassed? I mean, at first, I guess it did start out as a joke, but I mean, who's in the driver's seat there? It wasn't. I was not in the driver's seat, so. You were on hate groups for ALR. Yeah, and I still am. Never once have I denied that or said it wasn't true. Absolutely am in all the good. Like I said, we watched her for 5 years. So I am in all of the hate groups. I think I might have made one post in 5 years and just followed the drama. Can anyone in here tell me how many different types of therapists there are in the world? There's occupational therapists, there's physical therapists, there's behavioral health therapists, there's all kinds of therapists. So for you to assume automatically that I am a therapist in the mental health realm out of all the therapists there are, smooth-brained. That's all I'm gonna say. Amber is a manipulative person. She is a liar. She has no conscience. She doesn't care if she hurts people. She doesn't care if she makes money off of hurting people. She keeps everybody's name in a loop to repetitively keep conversation on her. That is how she makes a living. I don't understand what people don't understand about that. I am too embarrassed and ashamed. I would never tell my family what happened. Never.